here, but same.
I think it's fun.
Watching all the political stuff.
Yeah.
Have you guys been getting like crazy calls and texts? I
Yes.
get them every day.
Oh, just about like, hey, you
report
should vote
junk.
for this. And
Yes. I always delete them and report them as junk.
around our area, I think the biggest thing right now is the whole vote for
2.
prop number 2 or don't vote for prop number 2. That's the whole private schools and all that stuff. That's the thing that's been popping up everywhere around us.
Yeah. You should vote no for number 2.
Why? I
Well-
heard I should vote yes.
Well, I mean, if you want to give the elite rich more money.
Well, it's funny because it's such a weird variety of people saying yes and no.
Yeah.
It's really weird. Like,
So
but mostly if somebody sends their kid to a private school, they're like, yes. And it's like,
Yeah.
but no.
So basically, it's if you send your kid to a private school, their government's gonna
Yeah.
give you $4,000.
They're going to
But
take
they're
the
taking
tax money to them.
Yeah, they're gonna take it out of the public school fund.
Which they never have enough to do things anyway.
So small schools like Ludlow is gonna lose millions
Yeah.
of funding.
Yeah. Well, even my kid's school too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're always struggling for books and they're always asking for doing donations and doing
Yeah.
fundraisers. And it's like, you're already paying a crap ton of money for your kid to go to private school, which it's, if you have a kid in private school, please don't hate the show. But no, it's just it's an odd thing. I had a guy that's at the Bible college I used to go to. He's the principal now of the high school that's connected with the Bible college. It's a private school. People send kids there from all across the world to have a Christian education and stuff. And he was like, but no, it'd help us get money to like help make things handicap accessible, and because they don't pay their teachers there. They all live. They have a place to live and things to eat, and that's all. They don't provide anything else. And so they get funding from like people doing it as a mission for them to be a teacher there, which is cool. But they're like, yeah, this would help us be able to do more for the students. And it's like, yeah, but what about the public school kids? They're like, you're supposed to be helping the poor, and that's where public school kids a lot are.
Yeah.
Hey, Floyd, thanks for being there with us, buddy.
What's up, Floyd?
But so yeah, I don't know. I don't know all the things behind that act, so that's the reason I'm just like, I don't really bring it up except for when people talk about it.
Sounds like to me Josh is voting yes on this. I'm teasing.
I'm boycotting the voting system this year, like I do most
Don't
times.
worry, somebody will vote for you.
Just like I did last year, 4 years ago.
Somebody will vote for you. Don't worry.
Yeah, right. As long as I turn in my death certificate. Welcome to Pod Bless Podcasts. We are a Christian comedy podcast where we sit down and try to hash out our week and bring you a few fun segments, maybe make you laugh, maybe make you giggle, and we try to just have a good time with each other. I'm one of your hosts, Josh Williams.
I'm Brett.
And I'm Colin.
He's one of the hosts, Colin.
And we've got Noah back there on the backstage running the ones and twos. We had some technical difficulties tonight for those of you that are viewing live or not viewing live. But we did get started, and we're going to put out an audio version for those of you that only listen to audio. Nothing has changed, except for Joey's not here tonight.
Which is a change for the better.
Well, he did do something really good for people that were in need.
Yeah.
He went down to Asheville and dropped off some supplies.
Ashland.
Oh,
He told everybody Asheville. But
he
they
went
just-
to East Kentucky. I've heard some conspiracies again about Asheville of how the mud is toxic now.
Oh,
that
yeah?
cadaver dogs are dying when they go down and sniff in the mud trying to find bodies, and they're just dying because they get sick. And that they've been having to put on hazmat suits to mess around in the silt and the mud.
Huh.
You got Zach Doms commenting in. What are you doing about the local chupacabra problem? In my house, it's not a problem. Because I'm friends with him. We have coffee once a month. Chupacabra? You know what a chupacabra is?
No.
You don't know what a chupacabra is? It's what is not Greek mythology. It is a cryptozoology
It's a
creature.
It's a
Like
big thing in Mexico.
Like Bigfoot. It's more of a dog,
like a
little
mystical
small
creature.
dog man kind
Right.
of deal. Yeah. Cryptozoology. That's the term I was looking for.
Crypto, so the like Bitcoin.
They were cool before Bitcoin became cool. So
That's
Yeah.
so basically what you're saying though is Bitcoin is mythological money.
Could be. I mean, technically it is because it is imaginary.
Yeah, it's just made up.
Just like the
Crypto.
the chupacabra.
Chupacabra.
Cabra.
It's like a blood-sucking animal that like it mostly feeds on cattle and
It's
stuff
like a
like that.
vampire.
Chupacabra is the
his
female
brother.
version of a chupacabra.
The chupacabra. I would think that was the cool ones. Chupacabra.
What up, Chupacabra? Chupacabra.
We're doing good, Floyd. Thanks for asking. And we're having a good night. We're a little late and we're tired, and people have things to do. But we're going to keep on rolling.
We can keep on keeping on. That's what I live my life by.
Watch the garden dig it.
The chupacabras are taking our jobs. Zach says. I actually think he said picking their jobs. That's the proper terminology for that. But yeah, we're going to jump into a show that we've pulled together, and we'll see what happens. Just a heads up for those of you who don't listen the whole time, probably won't have a show next week because it is Halloween night, and we have kids that like to go trick or treating, and so possibly not. But if we do decide to do it, we'll let you know. Thursday night next week,
Maybe a different night.
maybe a different night.
Could be.
I don't know though. Our kids don't stay up late. They'll trick or treat and be in bed before 11,
Oh, Friday.
before 10.
We don't have softball.
Well, it's true.
Yeah. So I
We
don't
could do
know.
a Friday night podcast.
Possibly no episode next week. We'll find out. But
Whatever we do, we're going to tell Joey the opposite. So if we don't have a, if we don't have a podcast, we're going to tell him we're doing it. If we have a podcast, we're going to tell him we're not doing it.
sure. You want to do your segment first, or you want me to do my thing I pulled together?
Go for it.
Can you play my music?
Ready to get your ear holes blessed? Take it away, Josh.
Yeah. I like listening to that intro. People don't do intros anymore.
Is this the thing of the past?
It is. We are old. But when you listen to new stuff, there's hardly any intros, except for like the main intro at the beginning of shows. But everything's different. Who knows? We'll see when we have Trump on next.
Yeah. When did we schedule that? After the election, right?
Yeah, it's after the election. So win or lose, he said he was going to do our show since he's doing all the podcast circuit right now. I have to switch off of liking TikTok. 445. Nice. Likes. If you're out there watching on TikTok, make sure to sit there and tap the screen while you listen. But no, I have a neat idea for next time we have a show, and we'll pull together a fun segment for churchy stuff. But
Fun
this
segment.
time, I turn to the future to find out our segment. And since Halloween is coming up next week, we turn to ChatGPT to give us a Halloweenish fun segment.
A spooky Halloween ChatGPT.
Yeah, this one said, actually, ChatGPT called it Biblical Bloopers When Saints Face Their Fears.
Ooh.
I don't know. That's a Halloween sound there. So it was saying to take a dive into some different parts of Scripture where saints and or folks from the Bible kind of were real people and were afraid. Just like how Halloween is a scary time and people get scared, or kind of making it modernized in a way of like how we would depict them nowadays. But it gives a good, for instance, of Peter walking on the water. So if you remember from the Bible, they were out in a boat. The boat was getting tossed back and forth, and they were like, Jesus, where are you? Or Lord, where are you? And Jesus came walking across the water, was like, hey, what y'all freaking out about? And Peter's like, hey, can I come out there with you? And he just jumps off the boat and he walks on water, for those of you that don't know Bible. And then when he kind of took his eyes off God and was like, oh, or off Jesus, 3 in 1, whatever, he was like, whoa, and he starts sinking down because he took his eyes off the prize. So ChatGPT was saying, imagine Peter today posting on social media, guys, I got this. And then 5 seconds later, sinking and posting in a panic. Never mind, #epic fail. He could have a post of wearing floaties and explaining to people how it wasn't really as easy as it looked. That'd be a good social media post from Peter, I would assume. Then it was going on to give some other ideas of Jonah in the whale, or as we know as kids, Jonah in the whale. It's a big fish. There's different terminologies for what people think about that. I'm sorry, I'm getting in your camera there as I'm talking with my hands. But it was talking about Jonah running from his calling. It's like the ultimate don't answer that door on Halloween when you hear the knock and you're afraid. And it's like, this isn't a kid.
This is an adult. Who
Yeah.
wants candy.
Weird.
Jonah tries to run from God's plan, and it's like someone avoiding the trick or treaters, but getting stuck in a huge belly of a whale situation. What if Jonah had tried to escape by hiding in the last place God would expect, like wearing a fake mustache and running into a haunted house? ChatGPT's smart, man.
Do they ever talk about what end Jonah came out? Like, was he digested and then came out the back end?
That was depicted as he got vomited up, but
Yeah.
there are blowholes on large fishes sometimes, mammals, whales particularly. Pinocchio and Geppetto.
It's
That
like,
was that
I
kind of
just
thing.
envision the scene of Ace Ventura when he's getting
Oh,
out
the
of the
rhino.
rhino.
He's going out the blowhole of the fish. It's so hot, these fish nowadays.
Mom, that fish is giving birth.
I did see a Halloween costume of a girl who made the back half of a rhino and did the exact same scene
That's awesome.
at like a Comic-Con where she's like sticking her teeth out going, that was pretty good. It gives a few other examples. Let's see. Moses in the burning bush. Imagine Moses trick-or-treating and stumbling onto a bush of fire, or bush on fire, only to be terrified at first, thinking it's a Halloween prank, like, a flaming pile of dog poop or something. You could joke about how Moses would explain the situation today. I swear, guys, I wasn't just spooked by the burning bush. It actually talked to me. No, it wasn't just the wind. Like, trying to explain why you're scared. Kind of like the chupacabra thing. Like, I saw a chupacabra. It was real. It was there. It was chasing my dog, and I shot at it, and it turned around and looked at me with its red, glowing eyes. But yeah. And it gives one last example. It says, the disciples during the storm. You couldn't paint the disciples. You could paint the disciples as characters in a haunted house style scenario, where they freak out in a boat like they're in the middle of a horror movie, while Jesus calmly snoozes. You could exaggerate their frantic reactions and throw in modern fear references like, was that lightning or just a strobe light? That one's not a very good one.
Was that lightning? Just
Or a strobe light. But I think that is kind of a funny thought of like Jesus still sleeping and they're like, hey, get the guy on the couch up. This boat's getting ready to go down. He's just like, they're like, I don't know. I trust him.
That last lightning bolt smelled like a giant turd.
What was that
Yeah,
from?
the lightning.
What was that on? I remember
Scary
that.
movie.
Is that what it was?
4 or something.
Yeah, 32.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was just kind of giving some different scenarios of modernizing a little bit of Halloweenish, saints being a little bit scared. Nothing too crazy, but I thought that was fun. But hopefully that's going to help. Let's see. I'll give the wrapping statements that it gave at the end, the wrapping up statements. You can encourage your listeners to face their fears in life and faith with humor, knowing that even though most devout people had moments of panic and doubt, but God always has the last laugh, so to speak.
God always is the last.
Has Joey been using ChatGPT for his sermons?
We've went through this before. We've brought up the concept before. It is pretty close.
You know, he might be because he used to write his sermons out.
Yeah,
And he hasn't been doing that.
been saving them in these notes on his iPad.
No, they're on. He just has like they're in his, like, he reads from the Bible, but
Yeah.
he has a note card, like a big note card in his Bible, and that's what he follows his.
The points.
Yeah, but it's really ChatGPT.
Just has his phone inside of it.
Joey, are you okay? You got here really late. Yeah. I'm. Yeah, I'm fine.
What am I preaching on?
Yeah. But yeah, that was a fun little thought process of Halloween. Not super great, but it was good. I enjoyed it.
Do you like Halloween?
Don't care.
You don't care about Halloween?
I like the concept of being an adult and being allowed to dress up in costumes. We just did our trunk or treat at our kids' school yesterday night, and Kelly and I were two of 5 adults that were dressed up. Like all these people brought their kids and they're just like, I'm not dressing up. Meh. And even teachers, there were some teachers that just wore like a shirt with a pumpkin on it or whatever. And I was like, come on.
Oh, I meant to text you.
Yeah.
Edie's pictures.
Yeah.
That does not look like Edie.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
what Sarah said too.
We fixed her hair.
It
looks nothing like her.
She looks like she looks like Cece. Like how old?
Yeah.
Like, oh my gosh. I saw him and I was like, who is this?
Yeah, he's talking about my youngest daughter. We got some school pictures back for her, and yeah, it looks nothing like her in real life.
No.
It's weird. She's cute though.
Yeah.
Super cute pictures. We were like, man, this is crazy. But we actually like curled her hair a little bit and like, fixed her up. Usually she's like running out the door with her hair sticking up everywhere. I'm like, let me comb your hair. No. I'm like, okay, fine.
You win.
I'm not going to argue with you. But yeah. So yeah, you want to jump into what you might have planned?
Sure.
You guys have Brett's music?
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare your bellies for Chef Brady.
Do you know who that is talking?
The Josh?
No. Chef Josh.
I was going to say, who else is it?
It's Josh Wee Wee
Josh.
Pierre.
It's Juan Pierre.
One Pierre.
We really need to like tell something new for him.
Yeah,
Like he does none of these topics anymore.
This is
Yeah, he
kinda
does.
Chef Brett.
This one's going to be Chef Brady, but we do need him at like a normal. Yeah.
So let's, one of my mom's favorite holidays was Thanksgiving.
What was that look?
Why were you?
One of my mom's favorite holidays.
No, she liked Thanksgiving. So I could care less about Halloween too. I only like doing it because the kids like going around getting, for the 2 streets, they like walking around getting
Yeah.
candy. But Thanksgiving's where it's at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of fun foods.
Football, yeah.
Fall weather.
Yep.
Wrecking
Pump-
a car. Wrecking a car on the way to play football at Connor.
These
That
are all
was
things that
Colin.
happen to you guys.
Yeah, that was me. And it wasn't even my car.
Pumpkin spice. I'm a
Pumpkin spice is nice.
basic white girl.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, so thinking of Halloween really got me thinking about Thanksgiving for whatever reason.
Yeah.
I mean, it's right around the corner.
Right around the corner.
Funny story about that. We did a Halloween thing with the kids, and our friend Abby, if you're out there watching Abby, she planned this whole thing for the kids where she had this like game show thing where she did it just at their house with our kids and her kids. It was really fun. And she was like, what holiday is after Halloween? And we're like all getting together like, oh yeah. It's Thanksgiving. And the other kids are like, oh yeah, Thanksgiving. They had 2 teams. And then we're like, Thanksgiving. And she goes, nope.
Veterans Day.
All Saints Day. And we're like, ah, come on. Like, that's bull crap. Yeah. So it's actually All Saints Day.
But so you're sitting around at the dinner table,
Yeah.
and out comes all the food. You're thinking to yourself, man, my mom, grandma, aunt, uncle, whatever, my favorite dish on Thanksgiving
Mm.
or any time is, I want you to
Blank.
fill in the blank.
Beer. Cranberry. There's some cranberry. I guess that's not a specific person that makes it, but like just a can of cranberry.
Yeah, it
That's
doesn't
always
have to
nice
be.
to have cranberry sauce.
I don't.
Anything
I
that Betty
like-
made or Pam made?
I don't know who would make it.
I said, when I was pitching this idea to Josh, I said, yeah, my grandma's favorite dish was bingos and cigs.
Cigarettes and bingo scratchers.
Yeah. No, I think the best, like just in general, not even for Thanksgiving, but the best food combo is always good mashed potatoes with gravy and good green beans.
Mm.
Like that combo, I could do that combo with anything I eat.
We don't do dressing ever except for on Thanksgiving. And I do like some good dressing
I do too.
Yeah.
with my some water chestnuts in it. Like I like a good dressing.
Do you know who actually makes a good dressing?
You
Joey.
really?
Yeah.
I'll not.
Joey's
try.
like a good cook.
Yeah.
like-
So last week at softball, we were like, hey, bring the grill down and we'll grill up some hot dogs, stuff after things you would typically eat after a softball game, right?
Yeah.
He's like, okay. And we get there, and he's like,
dog from mustard and relish.
I agree, Kelly.
green bean casserole.
That was what I initially thought of, and then I was like, well, I really like mashed potatoes and gravy too. So, but green bean casserole for sure.
He was like, I'll bring the grill. And we got down there, and he said, hey, I'm going to do some tacos. So, in the parking lot of softball, we all brought like dogs and stuff.
Yeah, to make for yourself.
Yeah. And he brought tacos.
Yeah.
And he made
Just for
literally-
him?
No. He made tacos for
Everybody.
Nice.
It was, yeah, they were really good too.
They were really good.
He totally redeemed himself.
Yeah.
My man was
That's-
grilling cheese on the grill.
Yeah.
Doing like the dirty cheese,
Yeah.
Mhm.
crisping it up.
Yeah.
That's what, there's that little pizza place right outside of Latonia. I can't think of what it's called now. Tyler would know.
Wait, outside.
But yeah, it's just right on the edge of Latonia, like on going towards Covington. But there's this little pizza place that if you get a sub, you can say, make it dirty. And they take cheese at the end of it, and they'll pile a thing of cheese on the grill and then get it all browned up, and then they'll put that on the sandwich so it's crunchy cheese. Dude, it's dope. I'll find the name out. You guys would love that pizza
You sure
place.
it's in Latonia?
It's right between Latonia and Covington. There's just like a little mom and pop shop off on the side of the road there. Off of, I guess, 17, maybe. Anyway,
By
that's
Holmes?
no.
I think it's.
I
I
don't know.
I live
in
right
the.
there.
I think it's in the area by the asylum.
Yeah, it's no, it's not there either. I'm trying to think of the name of it.
What's it near? I'm too invested.
It's on
I'll
17.
I'll text Colin or Tyler and let you know later. It's not really important to the story. I've not eaten it since I lived with him, so
But no, I feel like the Macaulay family Thanksgiving that we always did. I feel like everybody always brought something like
it was
really
real.
good.
Yeah.
Your mom's dumplings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I my favorite like go-to meal is a good meatloaf. Like,
Meatloaf? Kelly's a big fan of meatloaf too. That must be something in your all's.
Courtney
must be.
hates it, and I
Hates
never get
meatloaf?
it. Yeah,
It's just like a hamburger
yeah, I love it.
With ketchup.
with
yeah.
ketchup. Yeah.
I'm okay with or without ketchup on it. I'll eat it, however, but she does not like it.
Kelly loves some
I
meatloaf. I,
can-
need to make another one.
I
I've not
can
made one in a while.
smash a meatloaf. Like,
Yeah.
Meatloaf sandwich the next day.
Oh,
yes,
Cutting a slice off, putting it on
yes.
7 slices of bread.
that's gonna be one of my protein meals.
Brett,
I'm gonna eat half of a meatloaf.
Brett, do you ever go on the streak? Me and Kyle do this all the time now, where like for like a week straight we'll do nothing but like sauerkraut, like grandma meals. We'll do sauerkraut and sausage, and then we'll do cabbage and sausage.
For
Yeah.
lunch at work.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I
It's
have
so
not so much the sauerkraut.
Do you not like sauerkraut?
I do. I love sauerkraut.
It's good for you.
Yeah,
It's so good.
but I would be the only one in my house to eat it.
Yeah.
I am the only one in my house that eats it.
We just need to get
that's
together.
the best.
Yeah.
No, you buy a pound of it.
Fried potatoes, sauerkraut.
That I liked our New Year's Day dinners
Yeah.
more than because that's what we would always do on New Year's Day would be sauerkraut, some cabbage.
Yeah.
It was it's a tradition back home too. Putting a little bit of money in the cabbage when you cook it down. Whoever
Oh.
gets it has good fortune.
Yeah. Oh, and with the penny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I do that every year, or try to.
Yeah.
And then we'd always do a ham.
Yeah.
I was trying to think, was that a Christmas or a Thanksgiving? My mom, I think we went back to visit, and she made, or I was living there maybe before I met Kelly. She made this big giant ham, and we ate on that thing for like a week and a half.
Oh yeah.
Then we were eating ham and cheese sandwiches
Yes.
left and right.
That's my favorite. Leftover ham, throwing it in the microwave, and just making a ham sandwich.
Good stuff.
Can you tell we're all we're kind of trying to watch what we're eating? We're eating.
We're all on a diet program together, counting our macros.
Yeah.
Not very well, but we're doing it.
I do have vegetable soup still in the fridge.
Was it green beans? Like it had a bunch of green
What
beans
kind
like
of
your mom
vegetables
does,
are in
or
it?
It was mom's vegetable soup. So
now?
all different kinds of vegetables.
Yeah. Now I'll say this. Now, as far as somebody that made something that I remember for like any holiday and stuff like that, my grandma Avatine that just recently passed this past year, she made a vegetable soup that would kick your teeth in. Like it was amazing vegetable soup. She would put like canned corned beef in it. So like those,
Oh, wow.
so like you'd get Spam in a can, like do corned beef that way, and she'd put that in there and cook it down. And then and she wouldn't do a lot of green stuff. So it was like potatoes, cabbage,
Yeah.
like hearty,
Oh yeah.
Germanish style stuff, dude. And the next day, I mean, I say that about pizza and everything, but the next day that soup was so much better when you warmed it up.
Chili.
Yeah. Oh,
This fall season's chili season.
Oh yeah,
Courtney's already made 2.
2 chilies.
She's made 2 different chilies already this year.
I'm
That's-
doing that this weekend.
Well, that's
Yeah.
it. Like as soon as like mid-September comes, I'm like, it's soup season, and so she's always making different soups now.
Yeah,
It's my favorite. I can
Wanna-
eat soups year round though.
I'm gonna try to make some zuppa.
All
Oh,
the
yeah.
like Italian.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Italian heavy cream,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna make a turkey chili too. We have a small group coming over on Sunday, so I was gonna try to chili and soup it up for all them.
When pumpkin spice season rolls around for the white girls, that just means like it's chili season for the white boys.
Chili season or chili is
I don't-
white.
Like girls hear pumpkin spice lattes, guys hear chili.
I don't know if the
Dude.
white guys can claim that though. That's a pretty broad. Chili goes around a lot
A
of.
lot of people eat chili and peanut butter and jelly sandwiches.
I've heard of this, and I
What?
think that's crazy.
Me
What?
too.
Yeah.
It's your in-laws, right?
No, no.
That is a weird
It was
combo.
somebody at work was like,
Oh, yeah.
"Oh yeah, chili," because I brought in a bowl of chili. He's like, "Oh man, I wish I had a peanut butter and jelly soup." I'm like, or peanut butter and jelly sandwich.
Peanut butter and jelly soup.
No,
Now grilled cheese. I get grilled cheese with soup.
that's what
Yeah.
we used to do on Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't. Derek commenting in gumbo. Enough said. That is true. We still have not tried your
Yes.
gumbo yet. That
I
is a
love
good.
gumbo.
That is a good fall food.
Yeah.
Gumbo.
I've never had it. Never had
Never
gumbo.
had gumbo.
What?
Yeah.
It's just everything.
So there's a place down the street from where we play softball, and it's like for some I had never heard of it, and then Courtney wrecked her car, and the place right next door is where they took her car, the impact or the whatever.
garage.
Yeah, and so on our way, whenever I picked her up, we stopped at this place, and it's like it reminds me of like in the middle of a swamp. Like
There's gators
It-
everywhere.
There is. I'm pretty sure it's called Gator something. But they had some really good gumbo, and I'd never had good gumbo up here.
I love.
You've never had Jay's gumbo?
What is it? It's not just Jay's. It's called something, right?
It's Jay's gumbo.
No, it's Jay's gumbo. I
Is it?
have,
Yeah.
but that's
Oh,
like that's like a chain.
Yeah.
Like
It's good.
Like Bubba Gump.
yeah,
If
Now,
this is your gumbo, I've never
like all that Louisiana stuff though, like etouffee, it's a dude, it's
Yeah,
good.
it
if you've
is.
never had like etouffee or like what's the other? There's like a whole list of different like gobbledygook foods. That's all
Yeah.
you can call it because it is gobbledygook almost, and then you put it with rice and some garlic bread.
yeah. We went to New Orleans a couple years ago, and
I could bet you found
Yeah.
some really good stuff there.
yeah, it's crazy.
There's that
you would
one little-
you would love gumbo.
probably.
There's
You
that
went.
gumbo spot up there right beside UC, like out from Good Sam. I think there's one on that strip.
Is that a Jay's?
Gumbo Yaya? No, it's not
Oh.
Gumbo Yaya. It might be a Jay's. But yeah, you need to
That's-
find a gumbo spot.
There was
you should really try.
there was
it.
a couple J's. There was one out in Florence where Izzy's is now.
Zach Dom says jambalaya.
Yeah.
Pastelaya.
We're getting these guys excited. But yeah, you should really try something. There used to be one in Lexington, Gumbo Yayas. We'd hit that up a lot. And there was another, I think there might have been a Jay's down there too. But yeah, we should do that sometime. You'd enjoy it a lot.
Yeah.
Spicy.
Yeah.
A lot of spice.
Yeah.
That's what I was always afraid to try Indian food because I've never had it. But
And
now I love it.
Yes.
Absolute love it. Yeah.
Like
Oh,
that
it's
might
so
be what
good.
that might be what's for dinner.
Guru Lunch Special is where it's at.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the one ever?
Off buttermilk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one
Gumbo,
was pretty good.
Or not gumbo. I'm
You-
talking
is that
words.
the one that's in the strip of UPS where UPS
Yeah.
and all that's in?
Yeah.
They used to do a buffet.
They downsized.
Yeah, that's
The,
what
the room.
we went in there for. We were going to have lunch there one day,
Mm.
and they were like, "Yeah, we don't do the buffet anymore, but you can come in and eat."
Yeah.
Have you gotten to try the ramen place over there?
I've not done the ramen yet. No.
That's pretty good.
I'm a big fan of ramen. Fancy ramen.
The sake bomb in Erlanger, they do like the ramen,
Oh yeah.
but they also do sushi. If you like sushi, it's pretty good
Yeah.
too.
Food.
Yeah, I know,
This
right?
is a food-based episode.
Yeah. Very
Yeah.
highly on the food.
Protein.
Yeah. Yeah, what we're doing now, we're trying to eat so much protein that food's just not fun anymore. Now, you guys will get to liking it, especially when you gain more muscle and lose some fat.
Gumbo Cafe in Huntington is the real deal.
Huntington, West Virginia.
Never been to West Virginia.
If we ever do that, we might as well go to Hillbilly Hot Dog.
Brad was trying to get me to go there.
You should have, dude. It's an old school bus, and they make giant hot dogs.
Yeah, it was
Wait.
when
Is that by Lake Norris?
I don't think it's by Lake Norris.
No, because Lake Norris is right in the center.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you're getting up into, it's around Huntington.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah,
Brad. I think we had like a district assembly down there one
Yeah.
year, and he was like, "Hey, you should try the challenge."
yeah, it's
Because
like
apparently they have a.
a massive monster dog.
Because I'm like, I can eat hot dogs.
Oh, I
That's
love
my
hot
thing.
dogs.
Hey Derek, have you tried Hillbilly Hot Dog yet? You've been around the area now. You should have tried out Hillbilly Hot Dog by now.
Yeah, hot dogs are my jam.
Yeah.
Not so much for me anymore. I do like a good bratwurst.
See, I'm not a brat guy.
I love
I
brat.
love brats.
I like Mets, hot dogs.
Oh, we can see it out of the corner of your camera. I just noticed the movement going on.
Nah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
my grandma's vegetable soup, that'd have to be the number one for me.
There you go. He hasn't.
You have not tried? Yeah, we should go together. I'd probably be down for Christmas. I don't know if they'll be open around Christmas. It is in an old school bus, like a trailer. It's pretty.
You mean they don't have heat in this old?
This old jalopy. But you can get jalapenos on your dog. That's about it. But yeah, food. Wow, we've only got till 10:30, and I think we started around 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
34 minutes.
I rushed through mine. I didn't let it linger. Do you want to jump into our Pod Bless segment?
Let's do it.
Pod bless your heart.
Yeah, no,
Sorry.
get off your phone.
Sorry, lots going on over here.
Stop checking your bets.
I don't have any.
Noah, do you have that looked up for us? Or do you want us to look it up?
I'm pulling it up right now.
Okay.
I was going to pull it up on the computer, but
Don't do it.
There's a lot going on there, yeah.
Don't do it.
Smell it.
This is one serving. Seems like a lot.
That's
2 scoops.
all right.
2 scoops ahead.
It turns green.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, because it's the mint chocolate chip.
Yeah. It turns green whenever you put it in.
Sorry, go ahead, Noah.
Funeral home in New Jersey apologizes after body falls out of hearse onto busy road.
Okay. This sounds like a scene from Impractical Jokers.
That'll
Wait,
happen.
Go ahead.
My phone is loading. Never mind.
End of story.
That's it.
Never mind. This was actually Poland. I don't know why I said New Jersey.
Poland
Yep.
New Jersey, Poland.
makes more sense now.
Is this the first foreign pod bless?
No. We had the guy in Africa that's name was Hitler.
Oh.
Adolf.
His name was Adolf, yeah.
All right.
No, it was Adolf Hitler.
Oh, that's true. That guy was in Africa, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A funeral home in Poland issued an unusual apology Saturday night after a corpse that it was transporting fell out of a hearse and into traffic.
Nice.
The man was driving down the street in a city in southeastern Poland when he saw a sheet on his car window. When the sheet,
Okay.
he probably said, "Oh, sheet."
Oh, sheet.
When the sheet slid down, he saw a body lying in the road in front of him.
He probably thought he hit somebody.
For a moment,
Not again.
the driver feared that he hit the person.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, someone took a picture. The dude's just laying in the crosswalk.
Oh, well, this Poland, they probably don't have a lot of strict rules about
Photos.
the dead body was laying in the crosswalk.
It just happened to fall perfectly in the crosswalk.
Was he got a citation for jaywalking?
Hey,
the-
man.
The guy who hit him should have gotten a citation. He was in the crosswalk.
All right, so
Oh, yeah, it's true.
Polish media is kind of crazy because they started publishing images of the corpse lying on the white striped pedestrian crossing where it tumbled out of the hearse.
Well, yeah.
The company transporting it issued a statement saying they are taking responsibility for the incident and blaming a technical failure of the hearse.
Is there filming it a little bit, from the crosswalk stuff or whatever? All of a sudden, Johnny Knoxville stands up and says, "Welcome to Jackass!" Like, he did it again.
How do you technical error? Like,
I mean, you could just have an old jalopy of a hearse.
it just sounds like someone's not doing their job.
Yeah. I mean, you have an old jalopy. The lock doesn't work so well. You hit a speed bump. If the government would have been fixing potholes like they're supposed to in Poland, you know. Yeah, that sucks. I wonder who we feel bad for, though. Do we feel bad for the funeral home director that lost the body out, or do we feel bad for the driver who was like, why is there a sheet on my car? Oh my gosh, I hit this dead body.
Or the dude's family.
Yeah, the dude's family, a guy that basically died twice.
The bereaved. Yeah. Is that what that would be considered? The bereaved?
What if he fell out and you just got up?
It's like Narcan.
Like
Carcan.
The car can. There you go.
Like he doesn't bleed out still, right? Like even though he hit the pavement, what does it do?
I don't know the rules in Poland, but I
Yeah,
know here
here.
they take the blood out and embalm.
Exactly. So like it does nothing to him technically.
It probably
Maybe.
got some road
Pretty much
rash.
invincible.
It is Halloween. Zachary Binks.
So the photo does show it was at night. What if the dude was just drunk driving and
It's
He,
Thackeray.
Thackeray. Sorry.
he came up with this elaborate story. Okay, so I was following this hearse. And this guy, his dead body already came out of here. So he was dead already. I didn't kill him.
He just left the number 2 pub in Poland, which is the only other bar in Poland.
The second bar in Poland.
Yeah.
could you imagine thinking you killed him and you hop out and like you're performing CPR and
The
everything?
relief, the relief that this guy was already dead.
Oh my gosh.
Dodged a bullet there.
Somebody's walking up, all they hear is, ha, 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 staying alive, staying alive. He's cold. They're like, why is he singing to the, oh my gosh. It's the CPR song you sing so you stay in rhythm. If you don't know about
Have
it.
you seen The Office where they?
Yeah. Dwight.
Today, fire's
skin.
gonna save lives.
Hello, Clarice.
So yeah, that's dang. Poor Poland folks.
Yeah.
Who would you think we'd have to bless on that? The guy driving the car or the
Yeah,
guy driving the hearse?
Def- Definitely the
Everybody involved, I feel like,
the
should
guy
be.
that hit the dead body, because you.
Yeah,
It's
bless
gotta
his
be that
heart.
dude.
It's not of his own fault, but at the same time, it's one of those things you feel bad for him. So, hey, guy in Poland that was driving a car that rammed into a dead body falling out of a hearse,
God bless your heart, sweetie.
And his family.
and the bereaved.
I'm not sure that's.
I'm pretty sure it's the right word.
Pretty sure that's a type of cheese.
Brie. What was that? Zach Galifianakis talking to Brie Larson, and he was like, "Do you think your parents hated you, so they named you after a piece of cheese?"
One of my favorite ones that he does is when he's doing interviewing Hillary Clinton. Have you seen that one?
Yes. The Between Two Ferns.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was he said about the emails to her? Oh. When does CPR become necrophilia?
It's true.
Well, if the body was already dead when you started trying, I guess technically then. Would that be though? I think there's other statements I want to make that I'm going to keep to myself.
Can you still get charged with hit and run if you were to like freak out and drive away?
Well, if you drove away, yes, but if you didn't drive away, there's no run.
Just hit.
Just hit. Unless there's some red.
Attempted murder on a dead body.
Is it abuse of a corpse? Like, couldn't those
I
guys?
don't think if it was on
Well,
purpose.
it's Poland people. I don't know if the Poland laws.
Yeah, I don't know the rules
Yeah.
over there.
The hearse driver really didn't like that guy.
His family was giving me a really hard time, so I didn't even strap
know
him
what?
in.
I need a lesson on the Poles laws.
Poles laws.
I don't know.
Insert.
What's the nickname for Polish people?
Paul.
Polacks.
Polak? Yeah.
Insert Polak joke
Polacks.
here.
Yeah, there's a lot of jokes that could be made there. Just hit and quit if you stayed.
That's one theory.
Yeah. That's a good one. I've been working on a TikTok of ours from a while back when he gave us a news article of the guy that got struck by lightning. Do you remember that one? He got struck by lightning and they buried him in manure because it was
Oh yeah, and
it was like the village rule, like, oh, if you get strung by lightning, you cover them in manure. It's a really hard bit to put together for a TikTok. we're very uncouth when it comes to being sympathetic for this
Okay.
guy.
This is gonna sound crazy, but lately on my Twitter,
Okay.
oh boy.
videos of lightning hitting trees and then just like killing people have been popping up a lot.
No, like people standing under the tree that get struck.
Yeah, and then like they shoot in the air, like they just instantly drop.
Dude, the internet's getting wild again
It's like,
because what was it? I saw a thing of a guy was at a garage and he was like getting the little lift set up, and he was like getting ready to move a piece. So he leans down between the lift, grabs a piece, and the guy that was driving the car in,
Oh yeah.
he just plowed him over and knocked him into a toolbox or whatever. And I was like, oh my word. I was like, why is this on Facebook? I didn't mean to see this.
Yeah, it ruins Facebook, any social media browsing during work for me.
Because then
I'll
you
be
can't stop
having like a
watching.
decent day and be like, oh wow, somebody just got killed at work.
I'm not saying
Twitter is crazy.
I'm not saying
I don't
like
have a
it,
Twitter.
but it's a good reality check.
Yeah.
I give
To,
up.
to know that you're not going to live forever and you got to be careful.
Well, like I'll go down Twitter rabbit holes of like seriously watching people get shot.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
It's awful.
And it'll start out with like a fight video, like 2 kids fighting in school, and then the next video is dude walks up and just shoots a guy.
Yeah.
Like, and then
It's-
you're down that rabbit hole.
The
You're
internet's
like,
getting crazy.
That's when you stop. Close the phone.
I had to quit following. What was it? It wasn't Two Bears. It might have been your mom's house stuff.
It was probably YMH.
and I was like,
He
I have to
posts-
stop following this
yeah,
stuff.
he
It's
posts crazy stuff
Oh.
all the time.
Do you know what I think the meanest thing in the world is?
what?
People that like comment under videos of like how the Your Mom's
Making-
House podcast did the thing.
Yeah.
Like they were like, this guy's just showing how much weight he can lift, and then people are like,
Sending hate from
Yeah.
sending hate from Ohio.
He's like, you suck, your bench sucks,
Yeah.
and like your whole feed sucks.
Or was it that chick that started her
Yeah,
own little
the
coffee
barista.
company, and
Yeah.
she's this little short fat chick, but she's so happy and jolly. And was like, yeah, I started my own my coffee company, and everybody's just like hate from Australia.
Yeah. Sending hate from Australia.
That's the only thing undefeated in life is Twitter.
Yeah,
You
Twitter's
can't, you
well,
cannot beat a comment section.
yeah, it's pretty bad out there. It's wild nowadays. Yeah, the internet's scary now. It's gotten back to where it used to be of like, back in the early 2000s when it was really terrifying. It's like, hey, sit down in front of this computer. I want to show you something. Like, no! Like,
and then we went through the days where you actually had to like search for stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like search to find the messed up stuff.
yeah, and now it's just on your feed of normal stuff.
What are you doing?
That's a bug that just flew in here.
That's a big bug. So yeah, well, we're already late doing our show and stuff like that, but hopefully we brought some funniness to you. Hopefully we brought a little. Oh, you started that quick. But yeah, hopefully we've brought you some fun. Hopefully you enjoy the show. If you did, share it with a friend or two. If you didn't, share it with a few other people to tell them how much you hated it. I'm one of your hosts, Josh.
I'm Brett.
I'm Colin.
That's Noah, and this is Pod Bless.
Bless.
You can turn
Man.
it up.
All of that for 45 minutes.
Hey man,
It took us an hour and a half to figure that out.
it'll take us longer next time.
It
was worth it.
Banter strong, you can't go wrong. Tune in every week for their sacred song. Bubbles on your feet, spreading light and glee. Joey, Josh, and Brett talking.